What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new here and you don't really know what I be having going on, I tell stories about the prison, about how bad it is, how dangerous it can get, and just about the street life in general, with hopes of motivating somebody to make better decisions, to change their mind about committing crime and just live a good lifestyle. Whatever it is you want to accomplish or achieve in life, you can do it the legit way. You don't have to break the law and end up going to prison, because you could go to prison and never make it out. Do the right thing. I've been telling y'all for 2 years, stay out the streets, that's weak. Oh, you gang, make a mistake, them gon' whoop your feet. Sound too goofy to me. When I'm tired, you gotta leave, nobody around when I catch Z's. I had a dream, the person I love the most killed me in my sleep. Yeah. So, the man said what he said, bro, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, I'm still trying to, y'all know me, I'm always gonna try to, not even necessarily finesse it, but try to get things to, not be as bad, especially if it comes down to violence or somebody got to get hurt, especially somebody I rock with, bro, because before this point or whatever, Memphis ain't, and he really still ain't did nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never really had no real problem with Memphis or nothing. Shit, he liked my music. That nigga done paid me to rap a plethora of times, you know what I'm saying? So, I really didn't want that to happen, so I'm trying to holler at bruh. He like, bruh, I'm just telling you what them folks said, woo, this is a directive, you need to handle that business, blah, 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 or y'all gonna be in trouble. And basically when they say that, in so many words, they saying, if you buck on what I'm telling you to do, I'm gonna have somebody else come do it to you. It don't always mean that, but a lot of times, that's what it's hinting towards, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I'm like, shit, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying? I get off the phone with him. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, do I want to call a meeting and let them know? Because if I do, here's where the problem will come in at. Because I'm really trying to figure out a way to finesse it. If I do call a meeting, it's a couple of guys in here that I know is shot out for sure. That's going to be like, let's do it now. Let's go. I'm gone. We're going to handle it. So I don't really want that to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of a way, you know what I'm saying? So probably like 20 minutes after we get off the phone, I guess the last time Baby June talked to his brother, I assume, you feel me, like he know what's going on. So he gonna come in there to my hell going on, G. I'm like, shit, cool. He like, shit, yeah, man, that boy Memphis, boy, that boy hell. I'm like, Baby June, why you won't stop talking about that, man? Y'all fought is over with. Why is Memphis, like, still a factor to you? You got to keep it pushing. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, come on, man. My brother Big June, bro. My brother Big June. So just based off of what he's saying, I know his brother probably told him, just chill. I'm going to have them guys handle the business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's your brother, but shit, your brother ain't down here with us right now. And your brother ain't fucking with Memphis, ain't cool with Memphis. So, and then I really felt like that was lame because it's like, bro, you a grown man. You already told us to make sure your brother's straight. So if y'all got to fighting, and we made sure he was straight, when he knocked Baby June out, we ain't let him beat the shit out of him, jump on him, kick him in the head. We ain't do none of that. We didn't let Memphis do none of that. So we're making sure you straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like nigga just doing you all sorts of ways. It ain't like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's lame for a grown man to call your brother and be like, yeah, bro, that man picking on me or whatever Baby June been telling his big brother. And then his big brother use his positioning. I feel like that's a form of exploiting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you using your positioning to do this. And it's just like, bro, you a grown man. You know you got to be a man. Now, if your brother calls you saying, it's a group of niggas trying to do stuff to me and your guys ain't helping me, I understand that. That's different. But one-on-one, come on, bro. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. So, in my mind, I'm just trying to figure out a way to finesse it. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can wiggle up out the situation. You know what I'm saying? Just really sitting back, think about it. I'm like, I got to try to figure out a way to do this because I really don't want to see Memphis hurt. Because at the end of the day, Memphis ain't, Memphis, you may consider Memphis a beast or whatever because, he don't win at it with groups of people. And, I'm not fearful of Memphis doing nothing to my group of people because, it's just a situation where I done seen, like, 3 dudes go try to jump somebody and he whoop all 3 of their ass. That's the last thing on my mind. Like, if we all get on your ass, boy, you're going down. Especially if I can pick the certain people I want with me. But, Bro, Memphis don't be doing nothing wrong to nobody. Every time Memphis spaz out, tweak about, go to fighting somebody, slapping somebody, he be in the right. That man don't be wrong, G. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out if I can finagle a way, you know what I'm saying, for that to happen like that. So I'm just sitting there thinking, this guys, coming around, coming in, coming out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like they slightly know something, you know what I'm saying? They ask me little questions, but everybody beating around the bush, you know what I'm saying? So one of my guys come in, the old school dude that originally went down there to talk to the Bloods. And, he was just talking to me, asked me for a Chris Brown CD. I gave him one. He rolled it up. He smoked. He like, G, let me holler at you about something. I'm like, what's that? Say, like, let me put the tissue in the door so I know it's something important because he don't want nobody to hear the conversation. He like, listen, bro, Baby June run around here telling all the guys that Big June them called down and Brad this camp called down and was like, nigga gonna have to flip Memphis. So I knew my theory was right when I said I think his brother told him what he told me. I knew I wasn't lacking. The brother's like, see, Bill ain't called no meeting, so it must not be true. Everybody just chilling. Niggas really ain't on that. He was like, but I'm just coming to ask you, bro, because your word and your position, it means something right now. But if that's what them folks told you and you ain't notified nobody, bro, that shit could blow up in your face one day, bro. So I ain't even cap. I just told old school the whole truth because he an older guy. He wise. He smart. He be talking a lot of situations from happening and from getting bigger. And I just told him the real truth, bro. And he was like, all right, listen, just to save your face. He said, if I was you, I would call the meeting. And I would just tell the guys, y'all just hold still till I let y'all know, take flight or whatever the case is like that. So he was like, so I was like, shit, all right, bro. But I still was a little worried that some of them would try to do something. So I tell him, I'm like, bro, round up all the guys, bro. Bring them in here, fuck it. So he was like, you want me to let Baby June in here too? I'm like, fuck no, Baby June not this, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if you want to let the niggas stand security outside the door, he can, but he can't come in here. So it took about a good 5 minutes for everybody to get rounded up in my room, and I just told them the whole situation, you feel me? And I let them know, bro, Memphis don't fuck with nobody, bro. And honestly, I didn't want to see nothing happen to him, but I mean, if it has to happen like that, it just has to happen like that. But I also told them, give me a minute, just let me orchestrate it all. Don't nobody go do nothing. Nobody go do nothing until I let it be known what they gonna go do. So he like, everybody agree with it. There was a couple guys eager, like they want to go pop, but everybody agreed with it and pretty much listened to what I said. So I'm like, okay, cool. Throughout the day, bro, I'm just doing a lot of pacing by myself. You know what I'm saying? Memphis come out the room doing me like this. He showed me like he want me to hit a song. I told him I ain't in the mood right now. I can't do it. I'll do it later on. I go back in the room. I go to going through my phone, just trying to think of what could I pull off. And then I get a text message say, what you doing, baby? And this was one of the girls, one of the officers that, you know what I'm saying, that I was dealing with, talking to or whatever. I said, I think I got the perfect idea. So I called her. She like, what up, though? Woo. So I'm trying to see like when she work. She working my building or whatever. She like, nah, but it's a girl that's been working my building very often, and they friends, they cool, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her, like, I don't just go into deep detail, but I'm just like, listen, bro, it's a little situation where, somebody that I kind of care about, I'm kind of cool with, could possibly get hurt, and I need a situation motherfucker come remove him immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, well, shit, I don't come back till tomorrow. I don't know what day old girl come back because she was just telling me the other day that she gonna have some days off and this and that. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, even if you ain't working this darn, though, you can still pull something off, though. And she was like, oh, yeah, I definitely could pull something off. You would have to just help me out with it, though. I'm like, what you mean? Just to be on the safe side because I don't know what building they gonna put me in. When I get there, I mean, you usually go wherever you've been at for the past few months, but any given day, they'll swap you out and start putting you in another dorm. So she was like, I really don't know where they going to have me working at. She was like, so shit, what you will have to do is, and I'll make sure I'm up there a little earlier. The nigga, whoever you talking about, you need to make sure he come out to breakfast. I said, make sure he come out to breakfast. She said, yeah, you got to make sure he come out to breakfast. I was like, why? And brother, he go out sometime, but Memphis, he old quiet, like to stay in the dorm ass type nigga. So she was like, man, if you could get him out to breakfast, then I'll just cap and say, he said something disrespectful or did something disrespectful. I said, the nigga don't talk. So she started laughing. She said, oh, you talking about that boy that's a mute? I said, yeah. She said, oh, he a sweet boy. What the hell people want to do something to him for? I said, I don't know. It's a long-ass story. I said, but I need you to do that. I really wish you could pull something off tonight. You know what I'm saying? She was like, nah, I can't do nothing tonight. I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to try my best to get the nigga out there. So, I talked to her a little bit longer just about whatever we kicking it about, talking about. And then I'm trying to sit here and think, how the fuck can I get this nigga out to breakfast without it looking suspicious? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just go tell a nigga, bro, come to breakfast, walk with me. Nigga, first thing they gonna think, somebody trying to flip them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, bro, we got to figure out a way. So I go back down there to Memphis room. I go hit the song with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just vibing with him for a minute. And I'm just looking at him like, damn, I fuck with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel bad for him. Like, even though I know he grown, he'll turn up, he'll do this and that. Like, bro, you can't even talk, folks. Like, that shit is sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, he was down there writing on the chalkboard, the dry erase board, telling me about his girl, telling me about the situation and stuff that, they got going on, blase, squaze, this and that. So I'm like, yeah, for sure, bro. It is what it is, my nigga, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kicking it with him because I'm going to try to let it transition into the next day, you know what I'm saying? So after I kick it with Memphis for a little minute, I go back. I let Unc know to let the guys know individually. I say, hey, bro, it just is what it is. I tried to finesse a way around it. I couldn't do it. I said, man, it's an officer working tomorrow that's cool, that I know she gonna let it happen. We just got to make her look good for inspection. She gonna go in the bathroom so she could purposely say she don't know who did it, blah, blah, blah. I say, so tomorrow, right after inspection, whether they do yard call, lunch, whatever the case is, whatever they call right after inspection, 2 specific guys handle that business. So 2 of them, that's what they love to do. Like, that's their favorite hobby. To post somebody out with a candy bar, they love it. So he like, all right, bet. So I called the big guy back. I'm like, hey, folks. He like, yeah, we about to handle that business. But here's the only thing. He like, what's up? I'm listening. So he was like, yeah, I was just about to call you back and let you know, bro. I was talking about, he said pronto, but you got to secure yourself and secure the guys. So he had told me to let you know you got 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking in my head, yes, this is even better. So I said, yeah, listen, bro, I was calling to let you know we're going to do it tomorrow after inspection because the officer that's going to be working, that's my folks, and she going to let it happen and act like she ain't see it just so we can finesse and, we're going to get locked down regardless, but it'll still protect the brothers because they not going to know who did it. So he was like, all right, tomorrow after inspection, I said, yeah, because we got to make her look good in front of the warden. So he was like, all right, bet. Little do they know, nigga, he ain't even finna be in for inspection. So he texted me back like an hour later, and he was like, thumbs up. So that lets me know that he tapped in with Big June, let Big June know to play. Everybody agreed that that's cool. Okay, tomorrow after inspection, Memphis getting pulled out, he getting flipped. So, I'm up on one early. I'm up brushing my teeth, washing my face. I go out the dorm. I go out the room. I go down there to the little spot I usually go down there to. And then I'm kind of like making noise by Memphis door, like kind of rapping and stuff like that, like I'm turned up. Then I knock on the door. Of course, he ain't say nothing. He pushed the door open a little bit. And I was like, boy, I got some new shit, boy. So he started smiling. Then he write on his thing, it's too damn early. So I was like, man, hell no, boy, you need to hear this, boy. I wrote hella new shit. I was like, boy, your ass gonna have to walk to breakfast with me and everything. Nigga, I'm rapping non-stop, nigga. It ain't nothing going on. Ain't no stopping, no nothing. He laughing and shit. He go getting ready. I said, oh, this shit going perfectly. I'm rapping, I'm hitting it. I ain't super loud, though. Until his roommate woke up. That's when I got a little louder. Now I done finessed this nigga to come out there. I know my guys looking at me like, see, there's some bullshit. You sitting here kicking it with this man, knowing you just put it, you finna get that man flipped in a couple hours. So I done got Memphis out here, walking to breakfast. So we walking up to the gate. The girl that I called yesterday that I was talking, that texted me yesterday that I talked to, she was the one responsible for locking and unlocking the gate. When we coming up to the gate, I'm letting her know, like, this buddy, you know what I'm saying? But she knew who it was. But it'd be dark early in the morning, bro, so it was easy for him to slide past her. So immediately she went to talking shit to him. What the hell you got going on, inmate? Woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. She doing all that extra talking. Hey, you talking about? Just fanning me out. Boy, you disrespectful. She go to going up on him. So I'm like, hold on, what going on, Miss? So she like, nah, he got me fucked up. Woo-doo-woo. So Memphis sitting there like, I can't even talk later. I ain't looked at you. I ain't said nothing to you. So she going up. She like, man, against the gate, man, against the gate. So she get on the radio. She like, Lieutenant, such. So he like, I'm like, man, that man ain't got nothing. She like, man, woo. No, against the gate. And women can pat you down, but sometimes they'll try to call like a man officer or something like that. Bro, while she got Memphis against the gate and she just talking, she telling everybody else keep going. I stopped. I'm standing right there by him, halfway to see what's going and halfway to make sure none of my guys feel tempted like Memphis trying to pull a catch-out move, because sometimes, if I'm trying to get out the dorm, I just do something to the officer, pull a little move, and then one of these crash dummies might try to flip them right here in front of her. So that's really another reason I'm still standing here. So she going along with it. She looked at me like, go ahead on, inmate. You ain't got to stand here with him. And I was just like, I'm just saying, Miss such and such, that man ain't did nothing, woo. But that lady went in her pocket. I don't know if she orchestrated this already or if she just knocked somebody off this morning. I don't know. But that lady went in her pocket once everybody else was up the walk. And I'm looking at her, had a candy bar in her hand and dropped it in the little grass area. Memphis, I guess, didn't notice it or whatever. The lieutenant come down there, pat him down. She say, look, LT, I just seen him throw that right when you was coming down the walk. And LT picked it up. He said, oh, shit, but it's sharp. This the one out the shower running. But you gonna kill somebody with this. Memphis was like, I was like, LT, that ain't his shit, man. He ain't had that. He like, hey, man, go ahead on, or you going back to the dorm. Or you want to go with him? I said, nah, shit, dog, I don't want to go with him. I went up to the chow hall. LT put Memphis in handcuffs and took him out. So I was like, yes, but now I got to make sure they ain't just finna put him in the dog cage for a couple hours, then release him. So I'm nervous that day. I'm biting my hand. So everybody in the dorm like, bro, that nigga must have caught wind. Somebody said something. So now they blaming Baby June. Because he the one running his mouth. They like, Baby June now be talking too much. That man pulled a catch-out move, woo. Knowing damn well you don't just throw no knife out on the grass like that. So I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. And what made me feel like 1,000 pounds was lifted off my shoulder is when the transport officer that be doing all the transports and stuff came in there with the inmate that worked the detail and went to packing up all Memphis property. That's when I knew they securely locked him down in the hole. And I was like, yes. I was happy. I pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? I called them back, let them know. I guess bro got wind of it and he pulled a stunt, bro. And he got up out of there, you know what I'm saying? They was just like, shit, all right, for sure, you know what I'm saying? He come back in there, things still the same. I said, all right, for sure. And we was smooth. After that, man, Baby June just went to doing the most. I'm talking about he was trying to be so hard. He was trying to hang out he was trying to build a relationship with each and every single individual, I guess, so other people can have they endpoint on him joining and all this type of stuff. And the shit worked one day. So Baby June finally got what he wanted, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to be plugged so bad. They finally put him down, you know what I'm saying? He just super GD'd out. Now he throwing up the pitchforks everywhere. He GD this, that. He trying to learn how to stack. He trying to learn all the literature, everything he supposed to know, you know what I'm saying? And everything was going smooth. I was proud of myself for how I finessed that situation, you know what I'm saying? And bro, I'd probably say about a month later. It took like a whole month. And I'm on the phone with old girl, Big June calling my phone, you know what I'm saying? So I don't answer, bro. I ain't answer because I know, you be trying to send niggas on mission. I ain't answer. I'm like, bro, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm slick trying to ignore Big June. He called again and again and again and again. So I answered the phone. I'm like, damn, what's up, G? He say, CB. I say, yeah. That man said, what the fuck did y'all do? What have y'all done? So we like, man, what the hell you talking about? I'm thinking they done found out the whole play on how Memphis left out the dorm. So I'm thinking I'm about to get in trouble. But what the hell you talking about, Big John? What the hell? He said, why the fuck did y'all put my little brother down? There's a reason I never did it. No, bro, y'all done fucked up. You got to watch part 4 to see why Big June said that.